Hi, I'm going to tell you today how my students get an A in use of English, and most of my students get an A. So I attribute these great results to the steps that we take. And we study for a year, and we pay extra attention to the set expressions and all the expressions that we find in our book. And we test them, we learn them. I had a video about it. If you cannot find it, tell me. So I talked about learning the vocabulary. Actually, it's in the box with the answering the questions. So that's the stages that we take, and we really learn the expressions that we find in the book. Then the second thing that I have a Quizlet class with all the sentence transformations that I found while I was studying myself. So it really helps because I sent those links to my students and we learn them gradually. So that's another thing that you can do in order to get an A. I give this link for free. Just join the class and just write to me if you need it. Another thing, it's very important to do practice tests. And we start after 17 lessons, 17 weeks, we start doing practice tests. So there are 33 tests that I could find, and we start doing those. So it's one use of English test a week that we do, and one listening and reading a month. When you do use of English, don't just do the test, see that you have some mistakes and forget about those. No. What you need to do, you have to actually write down every mistake that you made and have a special notebook where you write down your mistakes. And then you do the next test. Next week you are doing the next test. And then you, before writing down your previous mistakes, look through the ones that you've already written down. This way you will be constantly revising them every week, and eventually you will learn all those expressions. And chances are that you might get actually one of those, or some grammar that you found because they like, for example, they like left, like inversions, they like negative introductory expressions. So anyway, you will find all those things. And so practice makes perfect. It's a very good idea to try and find out why you make the mistakes. If you have huge problems with use of English, I really recommend taking the B2 book. It's really good. From Macmillan, it's called Improve Your Skills. It's very, very difficult. So it has everything you need in order to cover all the basics. And that's